Hello and welcome to my new video. This is the Immortal on the Sega Mega Drive. I had this game many years ago when I first had the Mega Drive, and I really enjoyed it. It was a bit of a unique type of action, role-playing, fantasy type game. What made it unique were these fighting scenes that you're going to see now. They're not terribly difficult once you figure out how to master them. You essentially have to just dodge side to side the attacks of the foes that you're fighting against. In this case, it's like a goblin, and just kill them all. Take all the energy off them. When you've done that, you're treated to a very nice little animation of a death move, which is quite gory, which was a bit of a unique thing on the Mega Drive. As you can see, like, they have different levels in terms of how much energy they've got. But essentially, as you can see, while the goblin is swinging at me and missing, there's a meter going up just to the right-hand side of his health meter. And that basically is how tired he's getting. The higher it gets, the more tired he gets. And so really what you want to do is try to get that as high up as possible. Then you can start your attacks. And he won't have the energy to be able to dodge. You'll just end up being hit all the time. But obviously, you know, you need to watch your meter as well to make sure that doesn't get too high. So, you know, occasionally combat just sort of is reduced to this bizarre means of dodging and then attacking when you've got enough energy and when he's knackered. Along the way, you'll meet various people, and they will give you things for you to use in order to get through various parts of the dungeon. And yeah, it's a pretty good game, but it also can be a really difficult and unfair game in places. There can be traps, for example, which can be initiated, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you pretty much end up losing one of your lives. I think you get something like 2 or 3 attempts before it's game over, and that can be very, very annoying. It does take some getting into, but it is, you know, considering its age and considering the system it was on, it was a pretty decent attempt at trying to do something a bit different and trying to do something you know, that combines sort of action and role-playing elements. It was certainly better than, in my opinion anyway, it's better than the turn-based stuff, which often leaves me cold. I hate the fact that I have 3 characters, you know, in that sort of Final Fantasy type model where you have a number of characters and they attack, and then you have another character and they attack, and so on and so forth. Because you almost feel, although you're instructing them what to do, you can almost feel like you're a sort of passenger in it all. And it makes the combat, which is, you know, to my mind, one of the more interesting elements of any game, kind of boring and a bit redundant. And this was a game that tried to redress that. Now, yeah, I mean, it's not fantastic. You go into this sort of one-on-one situation, and it's very, very repetitive, but at least it was something a bit different. And I like the fact that there are quite a number of different death scene animations as well. That does make it kind of fun to play. And there are different bad guys as well. It's not just goblins. There's all manner of different baddies that you'll encounter. Unfortunately, playing it through many years after having played it previously, I didn't get very far in the game at all. You know, I found it kind of difficult to progress. And here's another example. I mean, that was a room there where these arrows fire at you and stuff like that. And, you know, sometimes you can get through okay, and then other times, you know, you'll end up dead. And there's a situation there, you know, a trapdoor in the floor. Now, it says in the instruction to swing up 3 times, and I did that, and I still fell through the bloody trapdoor. And yeah, these are elements to it. Done it again. These are problems with the game that to me were just unnecessary and frustrating. You know, but I think you have to give credit for them at least trying to do something different, and at least, you know, trying to do a game that was sort of captured the imagination a bit differently too. So yeah, I'm not really gonna jump up and down on it too much for that. So yeah, this is the Immortal on the Sega Mega Drive. There's another, I don't know what you'd call that, an ogre of some sort. It's another one of the bad guys that I did manage to come over that was slightly different. But yeah, that's the Immortal on the Sega Mega Drive. It's a pretty decent game. You should be able to get hold of it relatively cheap. It was published by Electronic Arts, and it's not exactly what you'd call a rare game, but yeah, it's a pretty good game, so please check it out. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and please stay tuned to my channel for more videos to come. Thank you for watching.